Hello, everyone. Welcome to Akool Education. Today, we will introduce talking head technology. Talking head technology typically refers to artificial intelligence, AI, that can create realistic, lifelike avatars or virtual characters that appear to be speaking. These avatars are often animated or computer-generated representations of a person's face and can be programmed to mimic natural human facial expressions, lip movements, and speech patterns. Talking head technology is commonly used in applications such as virtual assistants, video conferencing, and computer-generated characters in video games or simulations. It has the potential to enhance user interactions with digital interfaces and make virtual experiences more engaging and realistic. There are four main talking head technology approaches. First, Wave 2 Lip. It is a typical audio-driven talking head method. Second, 3D guided, 3D morphable model is employed to guide the talking head generation. Third, Neural radiation field. Employ audio features to generate a dynamic neural radiation field and synthesize high-fidelity speaking faces. Fourth, video-driven. Migrate the face pose and expression from the source video/image to the target/image. Wave 2 Lip is a deep learning-based model that achieves the synchronization of lip movements to the spoken word in the audio. Unlike previous models that typically require large amounts of hand-labeled data and are designed for a specific language, Wave 2 Lip learns from the data in a self-supervised manner, which means it can potentially work with any language or speaker. 3D morphable model, 3D guided technology is a sophisticated method used in the creation and animation of talking heads or facial animations in 3 dimensions. A 3D morphable model is a mathematical model that represents the shapes and textures of human faces, and it can be controlled or morphed to capture a wide range of facial features and expressions. Neural radiance fields, or NeRF, is an innovative machine learning framework for synthesizing highly realistic 3D images from 2D data. It has garnered significant attention for its application in generating talking head models, which are lifelike digital faces capable of replicating human speech and expression nuances. The process behind NeRF involves using neural networks to map the color and density of light in a 3D space, which can produce intricate and photorealistic renderings when combined with multiple images taken from various angles. Video-driven talking head technology involves transferring facial expressions and head movements from the driving video to the source video. This process is particularly useful in applications such as movie dubbing, video conferencing, virtual assistants, and various forms of entertainment and education. There are several methods and technologies that enable this, including GANs and autoencoders. There are advantages and disadvantages associated with each method. For Wave 2 Lip, it is good at generalized to different languages and different speakers, has fast-running speak, but has low teeth clarity. For 3D guided method, it has high fidelity, but with high computational complexity. For NeRF, it has high fidelity, relatively complex computation and poor generalization. For video-driven transfer, it generates realistic expression and voice imitation, but meets challenges of dynamic scenarios.
So, who am I? My name is Kedra Newsom-Reeves. I'm a consultant, again, for banking institutions, hedge funds, asset managers. But before any of that, I'm a Black American who's the descendant of slaves. And when we talk about the wealth gap, it's really important to understand the history. So I thought I'd tell a little story about a family, my family, and how policy intersects with wealth. Partnerships occurring between banking institutions, philanthropists, the city, and community leaders to invest hundreds of millions of dollars to build community resources in communities that have historically been disinvested. He didn't own anything. He didn't own his home. He didn't own property. He didn't really even own his own body, his own labor, his children, any of those things. All of those things were here to create wealth for someone else.
Oh, surely. When you have a pandemic, something moving at exponential speed, if you miss the first 2 weeks, if you're late the first 2 weeks, it's not the deaths and the illness from the first 2 weeks you lose. It's the 2 weeks at the peak. Those are prevented if you act early. Early response is critical. Early detection is a condition.
Started having conversations with clients that I thought I would never have. Well, I guess the question that I've been asking myself is, how do we make sure that in this moment, this results in action and progress that starts to close that?
I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
This together. We at Face the Nation wanted to bring you some stories from our friends and our family members who have businesses affected by the coronavirus economic slowdown. We will continue to update all of
For the president, it will be framed and it will be talked about from the White House perspective as essentially a victory and as vindication. I can tell you that at this point, we know the campaign, for example, has already been fundraising off of
political advice, but it's clear that Beto, having come into this race with a lot of buzz, has stumbled a bit and is having trouble defining himself in this vast,
comprised of jokes written by a diverse team of writers. As a result, a lot of jokes come across my desk that, due to my being a straight white male, would be difficult for me to deliver. But we don't think that should stop you from enjoying them, so we'd like to share them.
The red line is for this new Biden administration.
Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about Talking Head technology, please reach out to us.